got 7 o'clock. All right, it is 7 o'clock. I would like to go ahead and call to order the Development Authority of Fairburn's meeting for February 25th, 2026. I'm going to start with a roll call. If you are a board member in here, please signify your presence in this meeting once I call your name. Chris Wiley.
Present.
Patricia Chambers.
Present.
Mika Smith.
Present.
Letitia McCoy.
Present.
Todd Ireland.
Present.
Homer Knight. All right, Mr. Knight is not with us, but we do have a quorum. First item that I have on the agenda is approval of this agenda. Can I please have a motion to approve this agenda?
Motion to approve, Letitia McCoy.
Second, Pat Chambers.
All right, that motion has been made and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, let's move for a vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any nays? The ayes have it. The next item that I have on the agenda is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, Pat Chambers, Treasurer, Downtown Development Authority. We had a closing on February the 18th for our taxable revenue bond for the revitalization project. We had two deposits. The first one went into our account went into our debit service account, which is a new account we set up. The deposit into that account from the closing was $652,197.92. And then we had two deposits into the Development Authority of Fairburn Revitalization Project account. We had a deposit of $37,864.41 and $440,000. And on that account, we've had to do two payments. The first payment was for two invoices to Seafarth and Shaw LLC for closing cost. That disbursement was $37,864.41, and that happened on 2/24. And then today there was another disbursement of $299,945. That was for the previous expenses incurred by the city related to 25 West Broad Street. That transaction will actually go through tomorrow. It was initiated today. It'll go through tomorrow. So on that account, as of today, there is $477,873.45. And then tomorrow, the disbursement of $299,945 will come out of that. And on our Development Authority of Fairburn Revitalization Project account, there is, on that account is $439,974.04. And that'll have one more disbursement tomorrow, and then the The debt service account is $652,197.92. And the one piece of business we need to talk about is the bank statements. The bank statements are currently coming to 65 Malone Street. My suggestion, and from the suggestion from the finance director, is that we change the mailing address on the 3 accounts where the bank statements will be mailed to Jenny Montoya, who is she's the staff accountant for the city. So if y'all could give me the okay on that, the 3 bank statements that are coming to this building now will go to her. She'll have control of the 3 bank statements on the accounts.
So well, we don't have a voting item on the agenda. Are you asking that we update our address that we have with the bank?
Yeah.
That's right. It'd just be the mailing address
Yeah.
where the bank statements will go. That way they'll have they'll have control over them.
So, yeah, so a motion to add the change of address for banking statements to the agenda, or firstly, motion to add an agenda item, and then the agenda item would be to approve the change of the mailing address for the Development Authority accounts, for all Development Authority accounts, from 56 Malone Street, which is the City Hall address, to 314 Northwest Broad Street, which is the City Administration Building, to the attention of Jenny Montoya in the Finance Department.
All right. Can I get a motion that we add an agenda item?
One point of just order or question. Now, does the Development Authority want all of the accounts or just the accounts that are under the IGA Phase 2, which would be the revitalization as well as the one under the city's auspices or umbrella?
Well, my question is going to be, I mean, currently, who is receiving the bank statements by mail right now?
So currently, I receive the bank statements for the Development Authority, the original accounts.
Okay.
And then Ms. Chambers.
To this address or to what address?
This address.
Okay.
And that comes, and we have between Ms. Chambers and I, we have a notebook that has all of the account information in the statements, which was also shared with Ms. Montoya. But what we're trying to establish is a broader, now that with our finance director and the accounting, the staff accounting, is to make sure that they're getting the revitalization project statements directly. And that's,
Here's my concern. We have IGAs in place regarding specific projects that we are working with the city. Outside of that, though, the Development Authority and Downtown Development has our own business separate and apart from the city. And what I don't want, or what I don't know if it's proper or not, is whether that business that's outside of the auspice of our IGAs with the city should have oversight from the city.
so one of the things, and I'm just, that conversation did take place with bond counsel. So one of the things that can be done is the original banking accounts, which are the current ones, could be maintained as they are. And then what is a part of the IGA agreement is oversight from the city for Phase 2, which is the revitalization fund, the project account. And I think the question on the table was previously about the debt service account.
The debt service, the revitalization account,
Those could,
So there's
go
There's
under the
two-
auspices of the city, and those statements could go directly to the city.
Right, so there's two accounts that, from my understanding, that Dan said that needed to be set up specific to the bond and the IGA agreement
Right.
that we have with the city. Those two accounts, I know one has already been opened, and we're working on the second one, or has that second?
it's open. It was opened before closing.
Okay, so we have both accounts open. And then we've also had our own account or accounts, plural.
Accounts. There are two, from my understanding.
One.
Oh, there's just one? My
There's-
apologies.
There's
Okay.
3 total.
So we've already had one account as a development authority and downtown development authority already. What I would like, or what I'm inquiring, is if that account should stay separate from the oversight of the city, and those two accounts that are required through the IGA and the bond, of course, those go through the oversight of the city and the finance department and all of that.
Would you like a legal opinion?
I would like a legal opinion. The other thing, I would like an opinion as executive director of the Development Authority as to, we had a conversation, I want to say maybe a few months ago, about bringing on our own accounting firm or team.
Yes.
Is that something that I think we can start working on, or have we already been working on that?
Yes, so right now, the Development Authority and the Downtown Development Authority are under the umbrella of the city for the auditing purposes as well. So when the audit takes place, all of our finances, and that's another reason why the statements are being sent to finance directly. So, but we are also required to do annual reporting. We can revisit. Previously, we did not consider that because we didn't have the budget for it, but it can be reconsidered, and we can have presentations again presented to the board for their approval, review and approval for an outside accounting firm.
Okay. And so as we sit here today, what needs to be changed, absolutely needs to be changed, are the two accounts that are under the IGA. Those addresses need to be changed. Are you also, as executive director, because I know you're getting the statements now, are you also requesting that the banking statements that are for the accounts that we've already had as a development authority that are not under the IGA also go to the new address?
So what we are requesting is that the accounts or that are under the IGA Phase 2, that the addresses are changed to 314 Northwest Broad Street, or the attention to Jenny Montoya in the finance department. So those statements need to be changed and updated. We can pursue a legal opinion regarding the other accounts, but the address still needs to be changed because they're going to 56 Malone Street. So to your question, it needs to be changed to 314 Northwest Broad, period.
All four?
All four.
Okay.
The address needs to be changed. The attention needs to go to Jenny Montoya for the two city accounts.
Okay.
And then the others can remain to my attention.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Right.
let me just, so you're saying the city's auditing all 3 of these accounts?
The city is auditing our finances as it relates to, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so all 3 accounts are being audited by the city. So they're going to require those bank statements from somebody.
Right.
So, I mean, they're going to have access to them if they're auditing them.
Well, just because we're changing the address doesn't mean they don't have access to, we're still, yeah.
Yeah, I guess what my point is that they've asked for them, and I've prepared them for them. I guess under the assumption that if they're auditing them, they're going to have them.
Right, and
Yeah.
I think what may be misunderstood, no one is, those bank statements are going, that was what the change in the address, 314 Northwest Broad. So it's going,
So it'll just be the attention line on the 2 new ones to Jenny Montoya, and then you'll be
right,
the,
exactly. So they're still going, yeah,
and it's just a matter of updating a mailing address is what we're doing.
That's
Okay.
correct.
All right, so I think it'd be easier to do two different items for this, just because of the way that it's broken down. But I think first, let me go ahead and bring the item to the floor, real quick. Can I get a motion to add an item to this agenda?
Motion, Letitia McCoy.
All right, that motion has been made. Is there a second?
Second, Chris Wise.
Is-
All right, that motion has been made and properly seconded. This is essentially just trying to add an item to the agenda. It's nothing more than that. We'll get into what the item is next, but is there any discussion that needs to be made? 'Cause, I mean, that needs to be had, because it seems like there's a little bit of hesitation just to bring the item to the floor. Is there any discussion that needs to be made to add an agenda item? All right, seeing none, all those in favor of adding a new agenda item, please signify by saying aye.
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 All right, any nays? All right, the ayes have it. All right, per the discussion that we're having currently, I need a motion to update the address that is currently on the bank accounts that we have created subject to the IGA for Phase 2, from the current address to 314 Northwest Broad Street, Fairburn, Georgia, 30213, to the attention of Jenny Montoya. Can I get a motion that we update the mailing address for those two accounts?
Motion.
All right, that motion has been made. Is there a second?
This is Todd Harlan. I second that motion.
All right, that motion has been made and properly seconded. Is there any discussion that needs to be had regarding this particular item? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All right, are there any nays? All right, the ayes have it. All right, and then next, we also need to update just the mailing address for the Development Authority / Downtown Development Authority account to 314 Northwest Broad Street in Fairburn, Georgia, 30213. Can I have a motion that we update the address for that account? I'm sorry, I don't know the account number. Oh, go ahead.
And that one's going to be to the attention of Sylvia Abernathy on that one.
Okay, and making it to the attention of Sylvia Abernathy.
Motion.
All right, that motion has been made. Is there a second?
It's Todd Harlan. I second that motion.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. Any discussion around this agenda item? All right, seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any nays? All right, the ayes have it. Thank you very much. All right. Next item on the agenda I have is for us to go into executive session to discuss a revitalization project for real estate. Can I please have a motion that we go into executive session?
Motion.
The motion has been made. Is there a second?
It's Todd Harlan. I second that motion.
Motion has been made and properly seconded. Any discussion? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. All right.
Aye.
Any nays? All right, we are now going into executive session. I will let you all know once we have cleared the room.